Sweet. Welcome everyone to Core Devs Call number 20. My name is Josh. I'll be hosting you and we're going to get right to it. I think the main updates here are going to be from V3. Actually need to refresh this real quick. From V3 upgrade, and that's for Celestia app V3. In terms of updates on CIPs, I don't think there are any right now. Before we do that, I want to check with the ZK working group in case you want to give an update from the meeting, but it doesn't look like Callum's here, so I think we'll skip that. Um, Unless someone wants to, feel free to speak up. Yeah, I don't think so. So I think we can go right to updates for V3. Um, Arabica was upgraded. I mean, I feel like it's been like a month. I don't know the exact date off the top of my head. Mocha has also been upgraded, so both Arabica and Mocha are on version 3 of Celestia app with 6-second blocks and also the ability to upgrade to 8 MB blocks. Um, so in terms of mainnet beta upgrade plans, we're planning to upgrade mainnet beta next week. Um, and there's also a delay once people signal that they're on the new binary. There's a delay of 1 week. So we expect the week of December 9th is when V3 will actually get activated. I think this timeline has changed slightly because there's a patch for a bug. Um, and we'll be doing Arabica is being upgraded today by the DevOps team for V3.0.2, I think. Um,
Yep.
yep, cool. And then Mocha will be announced tomorrow for everyone. I guess it's important to note that since these are already on V3, there's no delay for that to go live. So once the binary is upgraded, it'll be good to go. And for mainnet beta, um, yeah, this is still scheduled for Monday. So it looks like we're on track for the week of December 2nd for everyone, for node operators to upgrade, and then the week of December 9th for that to go live. Uh, I guess, Rutul, if there's anything I missed, could you please jump in? But I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that totally makes sense with the V3 upgrade on mainnet. I did have one other thing to talk about maybe for Arabica is we're
Yep.
planning on increasing the block size on Arabica. We're kind of doing that in parallel. Um, so you can expect that to happen shortly, like end of
Like
this
within
week.
this week, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um, and So maybe to elaborate just a bit more on that, the block
Yeah.
size will increase from 2 MB to 8 MB, but the max blob size is still going to be 2 MB. But you'll now be able to fit more blobs in the block.
Yep.
Um,
Cool.
that's a tangent, but that was the only other update I had.
Nice. I don't know, Renee, if you want, I guess that I think that wraps everything up for V3 upgrade, like updates. So we can move to the last item on the agenda, which is a minimum sampling window discussion. And from what I know, this is for Celestia Node. Renee, do you want to provide a little more context on that and maybe kick off the discussion?
Yeah, I don't think that it makes sense to have like a complete discussion on the call about it, but it's just something that might be valuable to mention is that we were talking about in like some channels that were not the DA licenses channel about
Yeah.
what the minimum amount of samples a light node should hold on to should be. Because right now there's no like retention policy for a light node in terms of like how many or like how long they should retain the samples that they've collected. Like whether they should just sample and then immediately prune, or whether they should sample and then hold on to those shares and provide them to the network for a certain period of time. And this discussion is important because it brings in the question of reconstruction and how light nodes contribute to reconstruction. And but it also kind of impacts the usability of light nodes, so making them as lightweight as possible. But the trade-offs, or like the trade-offs that we were discussing, is like, okay, if a light node needs to be as light as possible, then it should technically just once it's done sampling a header, then it can just dump the shares, meaning it can just like delete them completely and not serve them to the network. But that would not that would make that light node not be able to aid in any kind of reconstruction effort, because the light node would sample, but it wouldn't serve those samples back to the network in the case that other light nodes have to, or like full nodes have to fall back to reconstruction and try to collect those samples through. Sorry, 1 second.
You're good.
Hello. Hi. So sorry, I'm currently in
All
transit.
good.
But
Is
yeah,
it okay?
anyway, the discussion is kind of centered around like, okay, how do we make a light node as light as possible, but also allow it to serve or help in terms of reconstruction or in reconstruction efforts. And I think that we'll probably post more about it in the DA working group call later.
Cool. Sweet. I think this is a good way to kick it off, and like want to thank you for the context that everyone has now. So on that note, I know this has been a short call, but I want to leave the floor open in case anyone has anything else to discuss. Otherwise, I think that's it for this week, and we will schedule a follow-up or the next call for 2 weeks from now. I'm going to take the silence as a no. And I just want to thank everyone again for your time today, and looking forward to this V3 upgrade on mainnet beta. So I guess the next time we talk, this will be live. Yeah, thank you everyone again for your time.